Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Game 3 of the 2025 World Series. It was a one for the ages in real world last night when it went 18 innings and went to almost 3 in the morning East Coast time before the Dodgers walked it off on a Freddie Freeman home run in the bottom of the 18th. But we're going to replay it here and see what happens. We are at Dodger Stadium. You're at Dodge. Something was going on the computer there. I don't know what's going on there. But we are at Dodger Stadium, and we do have Tyler Glass now on the mound for the Dodgers against Max Scherzer for the Blue Jays. Of course, using the as played lineups. And umpires for today's game. Took a picture of the second page, which you can't see on camera right now, but it's Mark Wegner behind the plate. I don't know if this shows up very well. Mark Wegner behind the plate. Alan Porter at first. Adam Hamari at second, and Jordan Baker is your umpire at third. Those are umpires that are around the bases for Game 3. We are at Dodger Stadium. It plays big to both righties and lefties, but don't tell Shohei Ohtani how big it plays because he kind of took care of that on his own. Let's see, hot and cold players. And this is based on my game from Game 2, not the real game. This is from the hot and cold is based on the game that we played the other day on Sunday. And based on that, Toronto won 8-2. Based on that, the hot player for the Blue Jays is Vladimir Guerrero. Cold player is Jimenez. For the Dodgers, their hot player is Max Muncy. Their cold player is Tommy Edman. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Now we do need to figure out team chemistry. So to do that, they get 1 game winning streaks and 1 game losing streaks. So with that in mind, then we're looking at a die roll of 1 to be fully harmonious. And if you're not fully harmonious, then you need the decider die to figure out everything else. So, type this in here real quick for folks. Happy Tuesday, everybody. All right, so we're going to our win-loss. First, we take the visiting team, the Toronto Blue Jays. They won the previous game, so if this is a 1, they'll be fully harmonious. It's not a 1. So we're going to use the decider die. Are they ready to win tonight or today or whatever? Yes, they are. So they're semi-harmonious, which means we're on the sunny side of the chart. And we're going to roll and see what happens on the sunny side of the chart. It's a 3, so we're under Team Trainer. Team Trainer. We get a 1, which is Perk with starter pitcher. Now, is it going to be tonight's starter or another starter? Let's see. That's the 4. Which starting today's starter, Major Perk for Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer will get a major perk here. So let's see what the major perk is. Come down here for a pitcher. Major perk is going to be in this area here. He's either going to be fresh till further notice, hot till further notice, or happy till further notice. And he's going to get the happy till further notice. Okay. So Toronto is semi-harmonious, but when Toronto is pitching, they'll be fully harmonious because of Scherzer being happy. So the only time they have to use the decider die is on offense. Happy TFN for Scherzer. All right, now we're going to do this exact same thing for Toronto. They lost the last game. Now, are they ready to come back and win? Yes, they are. So they're semi-harmonious. Exact same result. Roll on the clubhouse, sunny clubhouse. We get batting coach. We get minor perk with the starter. Which starter are we talking about? 2. Starting second baseman or center fielder, use the decider die. So second baseman, a dot would be the second baseman. A blank would be center field. So we're looking at Andy Pages. Let's see what this perk is for Pages. It's a minor perk for Pages. And the minor perks are going to be right here. Either going to be good eye champion, hot hero, whatever. You get a 4, so that makes him a hero this game. Andy Pages. Now, is he a hero already is the question. Have to pull his ratings out and see if Andy Pages, he's a semi-hero, but in this game, he will not need the decider die to be a hero. So Pages is a hero in this game. And semi-harmonious for both teams now. All right. Hello, Canadian. No, we're not. Hopefully, not going to have 18 innings. I hope not. I don't think we will. We shall see what happens. You never know, but dice can be funny things. All right, so those are out of the way. All the game day stuff has been completed, and we're ready to get this game underway from LA. Tyler Glasnow facing the DH George Springer. And we're underway. 1, 2, 3, Flash and Fresh. Yes, he's Flash, and of course he's Fresh as the first batter of the game. So he will strike out George Springer to start this ball game. And of course, I went through the trouble of making the Blue Jays in their powder blues, and what did they do last night but wear their navy blues. So can't catch a break. They've been wearing powder blues all the whole time, I thought, and this was the first time I saw them wear the navy blues. So anyway, just the way it works out. Here's Nathan Lucas, 1, 2, 6. Is he fresh? Of course, we're in the first inning, so it's a line out to second base. That's out number 2. So Glasnow has gotten 2 freshness checks right away, and they come in the first inning. And here's Vladimir Guerrero. 1-1-4. Is that a freshness check? Yes, it is. It's a ground ball to short. So Glasnow got 3 freshness checks in the first inning. I don't think I've ever had that happen before in a game like that, but obviously any pitcher in the planet would have gotten the 3 outs on that one because he's obviously fresh from the get-go. So nothing doing for the Blue Jays in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. And Scherzer will be facing Shohei Ohtani. Of course, he was unstoppable in the real game. They actually walked him intentionally, I think, 5 times as the game went on. They didn't want to deal with him. But Scherzer's got to deal with him originally to start the game. 1-3-5, it's an unusual play, and we're going to the umpire chart because it's in blue. So the home plate umpire is Mark Wegner, and I've got him as respected and strict, although he didn't look very respected last night. He had a very controversial late ball strike call, which looked like ball 4, fooled the base runner. He was off the bases, and they picked him off. I think that was a mistake. I think they should have called timeout and just made the play dead and let the guy go back to first base. I think that was a umpiring error on that one. But anyway, we're going to see what happens on the umpire chart with the bases empty right here in this little section here. We get a 5-6. Strict umpire at home. Yes, Mark Wegner is strict. So 5-6, strict umpire at home. Batter claims foul tip on strike 3. Disallowed. Other umpires foul tips. Batter still at bat. So it will be a strikeout, as Ohtani claimed he clipped that pitch for a foul ball, but Wegner's not having any of it. And Ohtani is out on strikes. So there's one away for Mookie Betts. 5-6-6. We're back to the regular chart. Regular screen, I sure part of the book. 5-6-6. Is the pitcher wild? No. Does he have a good eye? No. He will strike out. So second strikeout for Scherzer. That's in blue, where we're not going to the right now chart because we have not been playing the game long enough to have Freddie Freeman having at bat. So can't go there yet. Here's Freeman. 2-3-5. I mean, we could go there. I just choose not to. 2-3-5. He's not wild. Is he eager? Is Freddie Freeman eager? No, he's not. So he's going to ground out to second unless he's patient, which he's not patient. So that's going to do it there. Nothing for either side. 3 up, 3 down both ways. And we go to the second inning. No score from Dodger Stadium. And Bo Bichette steps to the plate against Glasnow. Whoa, we got a hopping dice. Even the little dice are hopping. What's going on with that? 1-2-6. We're back to a freshness check again. Again, he's fresh because we're in second inning. So all 4 of Tyler Glasnow's at bats have been freshness checks. He has not been checked for anything else. Rolled 4 consecutive lead die of 1s for freshness checks. Let's get something else going here. Okay, 3-4-5. That's at least a little bit better. 3-4-5. Do we have an iron catcher? No, Will Smith's not iron. Does the batter have a good eye? Varsho? No, he does not. So he will strike out. That is out number 2. That's again in blue, but because Kirk hasn't had a chance to bat yet, we're not going to the right now chart. We'll keep the bat on the regular chart for Kirk. 1-4-4. 1-4-4. Ask, does he have flash? Yes, he does, but we got the goggles. So we go to Mark Wegner behind the plate. 144 goggles, question more leaning. Umpire calls ball 4. Other umpires call strike 3. He's respected and strict. He's not questionable or lenient. So the strikeout will stand, and that's going to end the inning. So Wegner rang him up, and that's going to do it for Alejandro Kirk. We go to the bottom of the second. Still no score from Dodger Stadium, and Will Smith to lead things off against Scherzer. 3-5-6, that's a left-right split chance, and it's a righty against a righty. It means it's a Circle K strikeout for Max Scherzer on that left-right split. So when you think the left-righties don't matter, the 3-5-6 shows up. All right, here's Muncy. 2-2-3 from Muncy. First of all, Scherzer's not wild, so he's asking Muncy, is he utility or slugger? He is semi-utility. The dot says no, so not utility. So he's going to get himself a base hit. Active would steal, but he's not active. It's a base hit for Muncy. First hit of the game, first base runner of the game for either team. And here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1-1-3. Is he ace or dynamic? No, he's not. Is the batter a slugger? He is a slugger, so he's going to double to left field. That's put with lead die 1. It's a 2-base advancement. So second and third, with only one out, as Teoscar Hernandez cracks a double. And that will lead us to Tommy Edman. Dodgers, Blue Jays infield is now in with one out. They're going to play in. 1-4-5. Scherzer's not a struggler, so it's a ground out to first base. And now with the infield in, a lead die of 1. Let's look at the little chart that's on the book here. Lead die of 1. Infield in. See, lead die of 1, 2, or 3. Runner holds. So the runner has to hold because the lead die was a 1. So Edman grounds out to Guerrero. But because they were in, Muncy had to freeze, and he holds. And that'll bring up Kike Hernandez with 2 outs. 1-3-4 is a goal catcher. Kirk is a semi-goal catcher, but the dot is a no. Does the batter a champion? No, he's not a champion. We got outfield drama for the Blue Jays. And in the outfield, Varsho is semi-gold, everybody, and Luke's is semi-iron. And now everybody's neutral in the outfield now because the desired die was a blank. So everybody's neutral in the outfield drama. 4-6. 4-6, left fielder iron. No, he's semi-iron, but the dot told him he wasn't. So Lucas in left field will not be iron for this at bat. So he will catch it for a line out to end the inning. And that's a big break there for the Blue Jays. Desired die treated them well. And the Dodgers leave 2 on base. And at the end of 2, it's still no score from Dodger Stadium. And that result was in purple. So we're going to the chemistry chart for the very first at bat of Addison Barger. Both teams are semi-harmonious. And they're both going to be neutral now on the chemistry. So we go to chemistry. And we're looking for neutral against neutral on the chemistry. That's a 2-3. Pitching team harmony. No, they're not harmonious. They're neutral. If they had harmony, a marginal pitch catches the corner for a strikeout. Otherwise, it's a walk. So Addison Barger will draw the walk. I keep wanting to call him Barger. It's Barger. So a leadoff walk, and that brings up Ernie Clement, third baseman. That's a 1-5-6, and it's asking if he's a whiffer. And he is not a whiffer. So since he's not a whiffer, we have outfield drama for the Dodgers. In the outfield, Dodger outfield, everyone is rated neutral. That's a 44 in the Dodger outfield. Center fielder iron. No, Pages is not iron, so it won't be a double. It'll be a fly out. That result was in purple, so we're going to go right back to the chemistry chart for the at-bat of Andres Gimenez. A lot of these secondary drama charts send you to the chemistry chart. So, chemistry. Both teams are harmonious in this particular bat. 3-4. Batting team harmony. Yes, batter waits for his pitch and smacks a single to the outfield. Lead die of 3 is a 2-base advancement, so Barger will motor over to third, and Gimenez is at first base. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Now, do you play for the double play or do you play back is the question. Springer is your batter. Dodgers will play back for the double play. That's a 2-3-4, and I believe that's plate drama if runners are on base. And it is. We do have plate drama because runners are on base. So we got plate drama, and Will Smith is neutral on his fielding. So we go over here to plate drama, and we get 46. 46, catcher iron. No, he's not iron. If he was iron, he'd turn routine fastball into an adventure in fielding for a pass ball. Otherwise, it goes by for a strike, and it's an orange. So we're going to the umpire chart. Plate drama sends us to the umpire chart. First and third. So we go to first and third and see what happens. We get a 24 on the first and third. Respected umpire at second base. Adam Amari has no qualities at all. He's neutral everywhere. So he is not respected. If he was, he'd rule out, but runner ruled out on a close throw for a double play. Other umpires rule runners safe, batter out, other runners score. So they tried for the double play, is the way I'm interpreting this, is they tried for the double play, but the second baseman, Edman, must not have either gotten to the bag on time or got rid of the ball before he didn't touch the bag. So Jimenez is going to be safe. The play is actually going to go 4-3. It's an RBI ground out. And the Blue Jays lead it 1-0. Springer's out 4-3, but it is an RBI ground out, with Jimenez going to second base. And now that will send up Nathan Lucas. Lucas, the batter. 1-1-5. That's a freshness check again, and I believe, at least I think that's what it is. And Glass now is definitely fresh. Yes, he is. Pop up to the infielder of our choice. So we'll just say it pops it up to the second baseman, Edman. And that's going to end the inning. But the Blue Jays do get a run to lead it 1-0. As Adam Hamari said, he was not out at second base. So the umpires have already affected 2 calls in this game. And that can happen. So now we go to the bottom of the third, final inning of full freshness for Max Scherzer. And he'll be facing Pages, Ohtani, and Betts. 2-6-6. Look at this. Leadoff batter. Yes, he is the leadoff batter. He singles to center. He's not the leadoff batter of the lineup, but he's the leadoff batter of the inning. And either will qualify for that single. So Pages singles to start things off. And here comes Shohei Ohtani. Hello, Bart. Here's Shohei. 2-2-5. Is the pitcher a star? Max Scherzer is not a star. Is a batter slugger or sad sack? He is a slugger, which means he will pop it up to right field unless he's a whiffer. He's also a whiffer, so he's going to strike out. So Ohtani strikes out for the second time in this game. Here's Mookie Betts. 2-3-4. We got plate drama again because runners are on base. We'll roll to the sire die because the catcher Kirk is semi-gold. And now he will be gold for this event, so that could make a difference on the plate drama. The gold catcher can save some stuff, perhaps. 1-4. Control pitcher. He is a control pitcher. So since he's a control pitcher, plays his ball for a strike. Other pitchers would have gotten away for a wild pitch, but it's going to be a strike, and we're going to the umpire chart again. Plate drama will send you to the umpire chart quite a lot. So runner on first, going to the umpire chart. Third time in this game, the umpire is going to have an effect. And that's 3-5. Lenient umpire at second. No, he's not lenient. We've already seen Hamari as neutral in everything. So he's not lenient. Runner steals second despite close throw from catcher if he was lenient. Otherwise, other umpires call the runner out. So it's caught stealing for Pages. He gets caught stealing. If Hamari had been lenient, that would have been a successful stolen base, but he wasn't. So it's a caught stealing. And now there's 2 outs, bases empty. And that keeps Betts at the plate, but now there's 2 outs and the runners are gone. 2-3-6 double control. He doesn't have it. So Mookie Betts will draw the 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman, the hero of the actual game with a walk-off home run in the 18th. 1-1-6, it's a freshness check. We're in the 3rd inning, he's still fresh, so that's a good. The freshness roll is good because the desire die was a blank. It would have been not good next inning. But 1-1-6 is a strikeout for Scherzer because he's fresh. And that's going to end the inning. So we go to the 4th inning. It's still Toronto in front of the Dodgers by the score of 1-0. And now semi-freshness for both starters, Tyler Glasnow and Max Scherzer. We get a 2-5-5. It's asking, is the pitcher a star? He's a semi-star, but the sire die says no, so it won't be a strikeout. Is the batter a home run king? Vladimir Guerrero is a slugger, not a home run king. So he will fly to left. 1 away. So Glasnow catches a break right there. And here's Bo Bichette. That's a 2-5, same roll, 2-5-5. Again, he's not a star, but again, he's only a semi-slugger, possible full slugger, but he's got to be a home run king. So the sire die is not going to fix that. It's another fly out to left field. So 2nd time in a row, Glasnow has rolled that 2-5-5, but gotten by with it. Here's Varsho. 2-4-5 this time. Nobody's on base. Is he a hero? Varsho is not a hero. He'll pop to second, and that will end the inning. Very quick 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Glasnow. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 1-0. It'll be Will Smith against Max Scherzer. That result, though, was on that pop out to second. On that 2-4-5 pop out to second is in red, so we're going to the experience chart. Scherzer definitely an icon. And Will Smith a semi-icon. Let's see if Will Smith will be an icon this at bat. He will. So it's icon against icon on the experience roll. 3-6, icon against icon. Prospect pitcher, no, he's not a prospect pitcher. If he was, he'd miss the outside corner, and the batter would rip a deep drive for a double. Otherwise, just a fly to the left. So since Max Scherzer was not a prospect pitcher, he gets Will Smith to fly to left field. 1 away from Max Muncy. 1-3-5. Again, we're going to the rare play, but this time not to the umpire, but to the memorable plays in the field. That's when you have a red 1 and a black 3 that we have here. So memorable plays in the field. If we get doubles, we'll be hitting highlight reels. And we get doubles. 55 is highlight reel A. So we go over here to highlight reel A. These are rare events, highlight reel A. Reroll again. We get a 25. Routine fly out, but right fielder injured chasing down the ball. So right fielder Barger is going to be injured. And the Blue Jays will have to bring in a new right fielder. And it will be Miles Straw. Miles Straw will be coming in to play right field as Barger is injured, chasing the ball down. So Barger's going to have to, and he's set to bat second next inning is Barger. So Miles Straw will take that position in right field. So Straw is your new right fielder in place of Barger due to the injury. So that's 2 away. And that's going to bring up Teoscar Hernandez with 2 outs and the base is clear. Two, 3-6, double control. He doesn't have it. But Teoscar Hernandez is eager, so it's going to be a 2-ball count. That is my house rule for that 2-3-6 roll when pitchers are not hitting. 2-3-6 again, so this time he will get the walk. 2 2-ball counts in a row, they're going to force a walk there. So Hernandez will walk, Here comes Tommy Edman. 125. I believe it's asking if he's a struggler, but I don't think, and I know he isn't, but I think that's what it's asking. I've almost got these things memorized. 125. Yep, he's not a struggler. Is the batter patient? Edmonds is semi-eager. So instead of possible walk, he will ground to third. He's not a whiffer, so there's no strikeout quality. But he will ground to third, and that will end the inning. Scherzer 4 shutout innings being tossed at the Dodgers. So top of the 5th, and it's Glasnow facing Kirk, Straw, and Clement. 1, 2, 3, flash and fresh. He's got flash, but he's not fresh because the dot is not there. So instead of a strikeout, it will just merely be a ground out to short. 1 away, and now the first at bat for Miles Straw. Semi-gold outfielders, so that's going to help their defense. Might not help their offense. 3-6-6. It's asking if he's a pinch hitter. Well, not really. He's a defensive replacement who's getting hit for the first time, but he's not a pinch hitter. So instead of singling, he will fly to center. 2 down, and that's going to bring up Ernie Clement. 3-4-6. Is he eager? Ernie Clement is eager, so he will not walk. He will fly to center field because he was overeager. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0 ball game. Blue Jays and the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez will lead off for the Dodger Blue. 1-4-6 is asking, does the pitcher have flash? Yes, he does. It's going to be a strikeout. Strikeout for Scherzer. And for Scherzer, that is strikeout number 6. They'll bring up Pages, the number 9 hitter. 1-3-5. We're going back to the rare play again, this time to the ballpark. With the black 1, we're going to Dodger Stadium. That's like the 5th or 6th 1-3-5 that's come up. And this time it's going to the stadium, which Dodger Stadium plays big. Plays big for both left and right. So we're checking here under big ballpark and see what happens. We get a 26. Big ballpark. Yes, it is. Long fly ball caught by outfielder. Otherwise, deep drive clears left field fence for a home run. So it would have been a home run, but it's a big ballpark. So Pages hit it to the deepest part of Dodger Stadium, and it gets caught out there in left field by Mr. Lucas. So it's 2 down, and here comes Ohtani, top of the order. He struck out twice. 5-6-6. He might strike out again. I don't know. Let's see here. 5-6-6. Yeah, he will. 5-6-6. He's not wild. Doesn't have a good eye. He's going to strike out again. So Ohtani has got the hat trick, and that's going to end the inning. That will end the inning. We will go to the 6th. Still 1-0. That result was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for Jimenez and Glasnow. And Jimenez singled his last time up, so he's a hot batter. Glasnow got the last batter to fly to center. He is neutral. So we've got a hot batter against a neutral pitcher on the right now chart. So Jimenez is a hot batter. So he can take advantage of it. 46. Hot pitcher. No, he's not a hot pitcher. If he was, he would baffle batters with called strike 3. Otherwise, grounded to pitcher, only played at first base, but doesn't matter. Nobody was on, so doesn't advance any runners. Just a 1-3 ground out for out number 1. And that brings up George Springer. This will be the final inning for Glasnow, period. Going to cap him at 6 innings. 2-3-3. 2-3-3 for Glasnow. Ask, is he an ace or a star? He is a semi-star, but the desired die is a no. Is a batter a slugger? He's a home run king, but not a slugger. So he will fly to center, and boy, Glasnow caught another break right there. And here's Lucas. If you get a 2-5-5, you're looking for the home run king. You get a 2-3-3, looking for the slugger. We've had them reversed. Here's Lucas. 2-2-3. He's not wild. Is he slugger or utility? He's neither one. So he's going to single. So Nathan Lucas will get a 2-out single. Keep the inning going for Vladimir Guerrero. It says active steals, but he's semi-stoic, so he's not going to steal. And here's Vladdy, 2-3-5. Is pitcher wild? No. Is Vladdy eager? He is actually semi-patient. So he's going to ground to second unless he's fully patient, which he is. The dot says he's patient. So Vladimir Guerrero will work a walk and keep the inning going for Bo Bichette. 2-on. And this will be the last batter for Glasnow. If he does not get Bichette, the Dodgers will go to Anthony Banda out of the bullpen, a lefty, for the left-handed Varsho, if he doesn't get Bichette. 2-5-6. He's not a struggler. He's a batter champion or patient. He is semi-champion, but Dot says no. So he won't walk. We're going to go to infield drama. And Tommy Edman and Mookie Betts are both semi-gold. Now they're both neutral. Well, actually, Evans is fully gold. So Evans is gold. Everybody else is neutral. 45 on the infield drama. Second base is gold. Everybody else is neutral. Shortstop iron. No, Mookie Betts is neutral. So it says batter bobbles ball, batter safe first. Otherwise, bobble ball, but on time throw, the batter is out. So Mookie Betts had trouble with it, but he was able to recover and throw out Bichette to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the sixth. That's going to be it for Glasnow. He is done. And we will see the left-handed throwing Anthony Banda starting the seventh inning for the Dodgers. So we close the book on Glasnow. Pretty good outing. 6 innings pitched. Just the 1 run. He gave up 1. I've only got him for 2 hits. And he walked 2 as well. Struck out 1, 2, 3. Struck out 3. So we go to the bottom of the sixth. Last inning for Max Scherzer as well. We're going to cap him at 6 innings also. And he's going to face Mookie Betts. 1-1-5. It's asking if he's fresh with the decider die says he is. So he gets the break on the decider die. It gives him the freshness quality. So it's a pop out to the infielder of our choice. We're going to pop in with second base, and Bo Bichette will haul it in. 1 down. Brings up Freddie Freeman. 2-3-4. No, there's no runners on base. Is he a hot batter? Freeman is not a hot batter. So he's going to pop it up to third. 2 down for Will Smith. So Scherzer looking for 6 shutout innings. 2-3-6 is double control. He doesn't have it, so that's going to be a walk to Will Smith. And now here's Max Muncy. Got to be careful with Muncy. He's a semi-home run king. 1-1-6. Ask if he's fresh, but this time he is not fresh. Won't be a strikeout. Is he utility or sad sack? He is semi-utility. Is he going to be fully utility? No, he's not. So it's not going to ground out. It's a single to left field. So with a lead die of 1, it's just a 1-base advancement. But Muncy keeps the inning going with a single to left. And now, do they let Scherzer face Hernandez, or do you go to the bullpen here? I guess Scherzer's earned the right to try to finish the inning. 2-3-4. We do have plate drama, though, with runners on base, so we will be going to plate drama. Decided as a dot, so that means Kirk is neutral catcher, not a gold catcher this time. Plate drama, and he's not a gold catcher. 2-3. Catcher iron. No, he's not iron, so it will be a ball, and we'll go to the umpire chart once again. That's what happens when you have plate drama. You go to the umpire chart. So we're going to runners at first and second on the umpire chart. This bottom corner here, runners first and second. 46. Lenient umpire at home. Mark Wegner is respected and strict. He's not lenient. If he was lenient, claims ball misses, corner ball 4. Other umpires call strike 2, batter still at bat. So it will not be a walk. And that's kind of, boy, how does that kind of ring true to the game last night, where batter thought he'd walk, but Wegner says no. Going to keep the bat going. So Teoscar Hernandez is back at the plate. 1-1-3. Acer dynamic, no. Is the batter a slugger? Yes, he is. It's a double to left field. And with 2 outs and a runner at first, all runners score. So it's a 2-run double for Teoscar Hernandez. And the Dodgers take the lead right here at the bottom of the 6th, a 2-1 lead for the Dodgers. And that's going to be it for Max Scherzer. He could not finish the deal. They were hoping to get him through 6 innings, but just didn't work out that way. He goes 5 2/3. Looks like he fatigued at the end. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So far, 2 runs, but Muncy is his responsibility, or Hernandez rather is his responsibility. He struck out 6 and walked 3. So far, 2 runs, but he is responsible for Teoscar Hernandez at second base. So the new pitcher coming in for the Dodgers, for the Blue Jays rather, will be left-hander. It'll be Mason Fluharty. Mason Fluharty will be coming on. He is going to acquire the ace quality since he's coming in the middle of an inning. He does inherit the ace quality, but that does not subtract the fact that he's a semi-workman. It just means he gains the ace quality. If the workman comes up, he's still doomed. So here's Tommy Edman. 4-4-5. 4-4-5. Is he a workman? Yes, he's a semi-workman. The dot says he's a workman. So it's a double to right field by Tommy Edman. And boy, that ace quality didn't help him there because he's kept that workman quality, and that did him in. So it's now 3-1 Dodgers on the double by Tommy Edman. That run is charged to Scherzer. We can close the book on Scherzer now. He gives up all 3 runs. But now Glasnow is the pitcher record for the win, unless the bullpen blows it later. Here's Kike Hernandez. 2-2-4. That's a pitching at home, and they are pitching on the road, so that does not fly. Is a batter a slugger? Kike Hernandez is a semi-home run king, but not a slugger. He's still going to single to right field. Active with steal, but he's not active. On a lead die of 2, active runner would score from second, but he's not active, so he stops at third base. So runners are at the corners for Andy Pages. Now that result was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart for Pages. Pages is neutral from flying out, but Fluharty is cold from giving up that base hit. So, but he hasn't faced 3 batters yet, so he's got to face Pages by rule. Got to face Pages. Hello there, D. Scott. So the right now chart, 56 on the right now chart. Hot pitcher, no, he's a cold pitcher. So since you're not going to get the outs, it's an infield drama check. So we're going for infield drama for the Blue Jays. And Clement is semi-gold. And that's it. So let's see if he's fully gold or not. He is. So third baseman is gold. Everybody else is neutral. And we had a 35 on the infield drama. Infield drama 35. Third baseman iron. No, he's actually gold, so it's going to be a routine ground out to end the inning. But the Dodgers put up 3 here in the bottom of the 6th and take a 3-1 lead as we head to the 7th inning, and the Dodgers will need a new pitcher. And we'll see who's coming up for the Blue Jays. Oh, it's going to be Banda. I've already said that. It's going to be Banda. So Anthony Banda will be coming up. And I think that's going to be all for Fluharty as well. I think Fluharty's day is done. So Fluharty goes a third of an inning, gives up 2 hits, but no runs because they were charged to Scherzer. No walks, no strikeouts. So Anthony Banda will be coming on, the left-hander, in place of Glasnow. Anthony Banda will face Varsho, Kirk, and Straw. Top of the 7th, 3-1 Dodgers. Here in game 3, 4-6-6. I believe that's asking about control. Yep, control. Banda does not have it. That's a good thing for him because he would have given up a hit. Home run king or slugger, yes he is, so it's going to strike out. So Varsho will strike out. He was swinging for the fences and strikes out. So here's Alejandro Kirk. 2-3-5. Ask, is the pitcher wild? No. Is Kirk eager? No, he's not. So he's going to ground to second. If he was patient, he would have walked, but he wasn't patient. So 2 quick outs. 2 quick outs. And that's going to bring up Myles Straw for the first time. 3-3, actually for the second time. 3-3-6. Is he ace or dynamic? No, he's not. Is the batter sad sack, utility, or patient? He's none of that. So he's going to single. 2-out single for Myles Straw. And that's in red, so we're going to the experience chart. Clement is neutral and Banda is an icon on the right now chart. We get a 56. I'm sorry, experience, not right now. Icon pitcher, yes, he is. Fool's batter with off-speed pitch, a high pop up to short, and that will end the inning. So since Banda was a KG veteran, he fooled Clement to popping it up to the shortstop Betts, and that ends the inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. Dodgers 3, Blue Jays 1 here in Game 3 of the World Series. Actual World Series will be tonight, Game 4. I believe it's Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers. I'm not sure who's pitching for. I think it's Shane Bieber for the Blue Jays, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so the Blue Jays will need a new pitcher as they use Fluharty. And they will go with Sir Anthony Dominguez. He's a star with double flash, is Dominguez. Sir Anthony Dominguez. And Banda went 1 inning. He's done. 1 inning, gave up a hit, nothing else with a strikeout. Remember, this is 2025, so unless it's necessary, they're probably going to pitch just 1 inning. So here's Ohtani. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. See what he does against Sir Anthony. That's a 3.55. 3.55. Is the pitcher a struggler? No. It's a batter a champion. He is a semi-hero, but not a champion. So he's going to ground out to second unless he's a whiffer. And he's a whiffer, so Ohtani's going to strike out. He gets he gets the golden sombrero with 4 strikeouts. Boy, don't tell Shohei Ohtani about History Maker Baseball. He's not going to be happy about it. As he strikes out for the 4th time. But that's the way the dice go. Just the luck of the dice. That's all it is. Luck of the dice. Here's Mookie Betts. 2.35. Is the pitcher Dominguez wild? No, he's not. Is the batter eager? Mookie Betts is not eager. So he will ground out to second base. He had to be patient to get that walk, and he wasn't. So there's 2 down for Freddie Freeman. 2-3-4. Nobody's on base. Is he a hot batter? Freddie Freeman is not a hot batter. He's going to pop to third, and that's going to end the inning. So Sir Anthony Dominguez pitches a scoreless 7th inning, giving up nothing and getting a strikeout. And he's done. We go to the top of the 8th. Still 3-1 Dodgers. It'll be Jimenez, Springer, and Lucas due up. Let's see who's coming in for Los Angeles out of their bullpen. It is going to be Emmett Sheehan. So Emmett Sheehan will come on to pitch. Right-hander. And he'll be facing Jimenez unless they want to do a pinch hitting performance for Jimenez. They could do that and bring in Kiner Falefa for defense. I think that's what they're going to do. So we're going to have a pinch hitter. Ty France will pinch hit. And Isaiah Kiner Falefa will come in for defense. But Ty France will get the pinch hitting call. Ty France. See what he can do here in the 8th inning as a pinch hitter. And then Kiner Falefa will take over at short in the 8th inning. And Kiner Falefa is semi-active and an icon. Neutral fielder. All right, so we got Ty France against Emmett Sheehan. Emmett Sheehan needs to be over here. Ty France against Emmett Sheehan. 115. Is he fresh? Of course he is. First batter of the game for him. So he pops it up to the shortstop, Mookie Betts. And there is one away as France pops up. One down, and that will bring up the top of the order in George Springer. Springer. 114. Of course he's fresh. Get ground out to short. That's 2 freshness rolls that Sheehan has found to his liking. Here's Nathan Lucas. 136. He's not an ace. Is he whiffer or cold? Lucas in his last at bat singled, so he's not cold. He's definitely not a whiffer. We have infield drama. Mookie Betts is semi-gold. Now he's gold, along with Edman. So second and short are cold, third and first are neutral on the infield drama. We get 55 on the infield drama. First baseman iron, no, not at all. Freeman is neutral. If he is iron, it'd be an error. Otherwise, it's a routine ground out. And we'll say he flips to Sheehan covering for out number 2. Going to use a Stratomatic X chart thing. So 2 down. I'm sorry, no, that's the end of the inning. My bad. That was the 3rd out. That's going to do it for Sheehan. They will bring in Sasaki to pitch the last inning. But Sheehan did his job. He went 1 inning, gave up nothing. And now the Blue Jays will turn to somebody out of their bullpen. And that somebody is going to be Jeff Hoffman. If I can find his card, there he is. Jeff Hoffman will come in and pitch for the Blue Jays and try to keep the score at 3-1. Best he can. I've been filling in the score sheet down here, have I? Okay, so it's going to be Smith, Muncy, and Teoscar Hernandez. 145. It's asking, is Hoffman a struggler, which he is not. And so that means it's a ground out to third base for 1 away. Brings up Max Muncy. 2-3-3. Ace or star. Hoffman is not rated anywhere on here. I know he's got to be better than that, though. I think I didn't rate him correctly. I think I forgot to put in his, when I was making up his card, I must have forgotten to put in his attributes, because he's got to have some quality, you would think. But I'll double check it real quick. I can go to Baseball Reference and look at this real quick and check out his ERA and see if he's a star or not. I may have to print a new card for him. At first, I didn't think he was on the roster, and then I found that he was on the roster. So for the World Series. So let's see here. Where did you go? Jeff Hoffman. His ERA is 4.37. I guess he is neutral, because 4.37 is no record. He is a whiffer. I mean, he does have flash, so we'll give him that. So he's going to have flash, but he's not an ace by any or star by either means. He's neutral. It's asking, since he's not ace or star, is the batter a slugger? No, he's a home run king, not a slugger. So he will fly out. Once he will fly out, I want to recreate or either write it in, one or the other. Might just write it in that he has flash and semi-control. Forgot to write that in there. He's got flash and semi-control. Oversight there. So we said he flies to left for out number 2. And here comes Teoscar Hernandez. That's a 1.66. Is he a workman? No, he's not. Is the batter a whiffer? He's semi-whiffer. The side eye says he is. And so Teoscar Hernandez will strike out to end the inning. And Jeff Hoffman pitches a 1-2-3 8th inning to keep the score at 3-1 as we go to the top of the 9th. And coming in for the Dodgers is their closer, Roki Sasaki. Roki Sasaki is going to come on and try to close the deal. He'll be facing Guerrero, Bichette, and Varsho, heart of the order for the Blue Jays, against Sasaki. Top of the 9th, 3-1 Dodgers. 136, is he an ace? No. Is the batter whiffer or cold? Guerrero is not a whiffer. Is he a cold batter? No, he walked his last time up, so he's not cold. We got an infield drama. Mookie Betts is gold, so both second and short are gold. And we have a 45 on infield drama. 45. Shortstop iron. No, Mookie Betts is not iron. He's actually gold, so he will bobble the ball, but then make a play to get Guerrero before he gets to first base, so he recovers nicely. One away, and here comes Bo Bichette. 2-2-4, pitching at home. Yes, they get a break. The Blue Jays didn't get that break, but the Dodgers get the break. Pitching at home, 2-2-4. It's a pop-up to short, so they use the home field advantage right there on the pop-up to short. And it's going to be all up to Dalton Varsho. Gary Varsho was his father. Dalton Varsho. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. No, Will Smith is not gold. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not a champion. We got outfield drama this time for the Dodgers. And in the outfield, all three outfielders are neutral. And that's a 35. 35 on outfield drama. Left fielder gold. No, Kike Hernandez is not gold. So it's going to be a looping ball that drops in the gap for a double. A double for Dalton Varsho. And now the tying run comes to the plate and Alejandro Kirk. But we're going to the chemistry chart because with that outfield drama, 35, that results in purple. So Kirk's not going to get off his own card. He's going to have to hit off chemistry. And let's see if both teams are harmonious or not. They are both harmonious. So harmonious pitching against harmonious hitting. 2 outs in the top of the ninth of a 3-1 game. Alejandro Kirk. 24. Batting team harmony. Yes, batter connects on a bloop single. So how about that? Let's say check base running advancement. You have to be active to score. He is not active, so he will hold at third base. His run doesn't mean anything anyway. But now the tying runs are on base, and the go-ahead run is in Miles Straw's hands. I'm sure they'd rather have Barger, but Barger got hurt, so it's going to be Miles Straw or bust. And there's not much on the bench. I mean, there's backup catcher Tyler Heineman. There's also Davis Schneider. So you could go with him. Davis Schneider. They're going to go with Davis Schneider. They're going to take a chance and bring in Davis Schneider to pinch hit. So Schneider will pinch hit for Straw. And if it goes to the bottom of the ninth, he would play right field. But Davis Schneider is up in a pinch hitting situation against Mr. Sasaki. 2 outs, 2-1. Top of the ninth, 3-1 Dodgers. Davis Schneider, the pinch hitter. 2-5-5. Ask, is the pitcher a star? No, he's not. Is the batter a home run king? He is a home run king. Davis Schneider, look at it right here, folks. By bringing in the pinch hitter, who was a lesser average but more power, 2-5-5, home run king hits home run. He is a home run. Miles Straw is a scrapper. So Miles Straw would have flown to left and the game would have been over. But a 3-run pinch hit home run from Davis Schneider. 3-run pinch hit home run from Davis Schneider, and the Dodger Stadium crowd is stunned. Davis Schneider, a 3-run pinch hit home run with 2 outs in the top of the ninth, down to their final out, and they come through. Does Davis Schneider. And now the Blue Jays will need somebody to pitch the ninth inning for them. They could let Hoffman go 2 innings, I guess, but I think they're going to bring in somebody else to close it. Here's Clement, 2-5-5, same role. He's not a star. He's not a home run king. He's a scrapper, so he flies to left to end the inning. But a 3-run home run from Davis Schneider has given the Blue Jays a 4-3 lead. Sasaki, rough outing, gives up 3 hits and 3 runs in the top of the ninth. Now we go to the bottom of the ninth, and the Blue Jays will need to bring in a pitcher they think can get 3 outs. It's going to be Edman, Kike Hernandez, and Pages as scheduled hitters, but the Dodgers do have lefties on the bench or pinch hitters on the bench they could go to. Figure out who's better on the bench. You got Call, you got Rojas, Kim, Dean, and Rortvedt. Not really a whole lot there on the bench, to be quite honest. Kim is pretty good, and so is Call. They're both good hitters, so it could be one of these two, if not both. But right now, it's Tommy Edman, but he's going to have to face a new pitcher for the Blue Jays, and that pitcher is going to be, looks like it's going to be Eric Lauer. Left-hander Eric Lauer coming in to pitch to try to close the deal for the Blue Jays. He's going to be facing Edman, who is a switch hitter, Kike Hernandez, a right-handed hitter, and Pages. But I'm sure Alex Call has already picked up a bat. He is on deck and will hit either for Kike Hernandez or for Pages. Not sure which one they're going to go with. But right now, Tommy Edman's going to hit. Hey, Jimmy Jam. Edmonds, 2-3-4. Nobody's on base. Is he a hot batter? Tommy Edmonds' his last at bat doubled, so he is a hot batter. So since he's a hot batter, we got a fence check. 2-3-4, hot batter takes us to a fence check, and he was hot because he doubled his last time up. So Tommy Edman now is a semi-home run king, and he has a chance to tie this ball game. We're going to find out if he's a home run king this at bat. No, he's not. So he's going to be neutral on the fence check. You can still get a home run with a 6, but he's guaranteed no worse than a double or triple. That's a double, so he kind of got a bad break there. That was the worst thing he could have gotten was a double. But Tommy Edmonds doubles for the second time, and that'll bring up Kike Hernandez. They will keep Kike Hernandez in. Alex Call is going to hit for Pages. Actually, no, Pages is going to hit. Boy, I don't want to take Alex Call out for anything, do we? Boy. They're going to bring in Alex Call to pinch hit for Kike Hernandez because he's got a better average. So Alex Call will pinch hit for Kike Hernandez and stay in the game to play left field if it goes to the 10th inning. So Alex Call pinch hitting against Eric Lauer. Triple fours for Alex Call. Wow. Triple fours. Is he a scrapper? Alex Call is not a scrapper. That's going to be a double to right field. A double to right field will score the run, and we are tied. And don't tell me we're going 18 innings because I don't even want to hear it. But we are tied at 4. Alex Call a pinch hit double. Pinch hit double. And here's Andy Pages, still nobody out. 1-6-6. Is Lauer a workman? No, he's not. Is the batter a whiffer? Semi-whiffer, the side eye says he is, so Pages will strike out. And they won't even think about it. They're walking Ohtani despite his struggles. You are not going to let him beat you. So 1 out, and runners at first and second now. Mookie Betts, your batter. Does set up a double play as well. 1-1-5. Is he fresh? Yes, it's a pop out to the infield by choice. It's the infield fly rule. And it's going to be popped up to the second baseman, Bichette, for out number 2. And now he has to get Freddie Freeman to send us to extra innings. And do I really want to go extra innings in this game? All right, here's Freddie Freeman. Lauer to Freeman. 1-1-4. Is he fresh? Yes, it's a ground up to short, and we do have extra innings. Thanks to Alex Call's RBI pinch hit double. Pinch hitting for Kike Hernandez. He gets the pinch hit double and sends this game to extra innings. That'll be all for Lauer. He's going to go 1 inning and blow the save. So Lauer, 1 inning pitched, giving up 2 hits and a run, plus a walk and a strikeout. So we go to the 10th. And the Dodgers will need a new pitcher, and it's going to be, let's see who's coming up for the Blue Jays. Clement, Kiner-Falefa, and Springer. So they're going to bring in Blake Treinen, a right-hander. Blake Treinen will be on. And his first batter to face will be Ernie Clement. Or is it? No, Clement made a last out last inning. So it will be, because Straw hit the home run, so it will be Kiner-Falefa that will lead it off. Number 7, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. No ghost runners in postseason. That is correct. They don't do ghost runners in the postseason, which I don't know why, but they don't. Strikeout, flash and fresh. Absolutely, that's a strikeout. So Kiner-Falefa out on strikes. Here's George Springer. 3-3-6. Is he an ace? No, he's not. It's a batter, sad sack, utility, or patient. He is semi-patient, but the dot is a no. So it's going to be a single for George Springer. And we're going to the experience chart for the next at bat. This will favor the Dodgers. Treinen is an icon, and Lucas is a semi-prospect. And now Lucas is neutral. So we got a neutral batter against a icon pitcher on the player experience. Neutral batter against icon pitcher. 1-3. Prospect pitcher, no. If it was, it'd be off target and chopped through for a single. Otherwise, ground out to third. And with a lead die of 1, that's a double play. That will end the inning. 5-4-3 double play. So Blake Treinen does his thing. Turning the double play. And we go to the bottom of the 10th. Treinen's out of there. He went 1 inning, gave up a hit and a strikeout. No runs. But the Dodgers have a chance to walk it off. Here in the bottom of the 10th, it'll be Will Smith due up. And he'll be followed by Muncy and Teoscar Hernandez. And the Blue Jays will need a new pitcher. Since Lauer couldn't get it done, they will go to Braden Fisher. Right-hander Braden Fisher will be on for the Blue Jays. Thought about Varland, but decided to go for Fisher. So Fisher is on, and he'll be facing Will Smith here in the bottom of the 10th. Well, they should be playing real baseball in the regular season, too. That's my whole point. 1-6-6. Is he a workman? No, he's a semi-struggler, but he's not a workman. I'm sorry. No, I'm over here. He's semi-ace. So let's get Treinen out because he's done. He's semi-ace, so he's not a workman. Is the batter a whiffer? Will Smith is a semi-whiffer. Dot says no, so he's going to ground to third for out number 1, and that result is in red, so we're going to the experience chart. And that, again, is going to favor the Dodgers because Muncy. Wait a minute, did I get out of turn? That should have been Freddie Freeman batting, not Will Smith. But I don't think it's not going to make a difference. It's going to be Freeman grounding out to third. It's going to be Will Smith batting. He's still an icon or semi-icon because Betts made the last out of the 9th inning. So let's see. Whoops, wrong guy. Let's roll the cider. He is an icon. So it's an icon batter against a prospect pitcher here on the right now chart, or experience chart, I should say. 55 on the experience. That could be trouble. 55 on the experience chart. Full count, batter steps out of the box, timeout, play resumes, roll to side or die for ball or for walk or strikeout. All right. If it's a dot, it's a walk. If it's a blank, it's a strikeout. It is a walk. So Will Smith will walk. 1 out walk to Smith. And that takes us to Max Muncy. 1-2-2 for Max Muncy. First of all, we're checking the pitcher. It asks if he's a workman, which he is not. Is Muncy a champion or a whiffer? He is a semi-whiffer, but Dot says no, so he won't nub a single. Instead, he lines it out to third base, right to Clement for out number 2. And it's going to be up to Teoscar Hernandez, or else we're going to the 11th inning. 2-6-6, runner on first, thrown out. There it is right there, runner on first, thrown out. He gets picked off And Will Smith, boy, he's got to be catching hell for that, to get picked off in that situation. We are going to the 11th as they pick off Will Smith. We go to the top of the 11th. Dodgers will need a new pitcher. And we'll see who that's going to be. Coming up for the Blue Jays is Guerrero. So it looks like they're going to go to, boy, who do they want to go to here? A couple different guys they could go to. They're going to go to Edgardo Henriquez. Henriquez is your pitcher. Henriquez will be facing Vladimir Guerrero, Bichette, and Varsho to start the 11th inning. 3-3-6. Is he an ace? He's a semi-ace. The sire die says he's an ace. So that will be a fly to center field for out number 1. And it's in red. That 3-3-6, the ace check, is a fly out to center in red. So we are going to the experience chart. Semi-icon Bo Bichette against the prospect Henriquez. Let's see if Bo Bichette will be an icon or not. He will not. So it's neutral Bichette against prospect Henriquez. 1-6. Icon pitcher. No, he's not an icon pitcher. So therefore, it's a single to center field for Bichette. Single to center for Bichette. 1 out single. And that brings up Gary Dalton. I keep wanting to call him Gary. Dalton Varsho. Gary's his father. Hello, Chuck. Varsho. 1-5-6. It's asking if he's a whiffer, and he certainly is. And so Varsho will go down on strikes. Out number 2. Gonna take it over to Alejandro Kirk. 2-2-3. Pitcher's not wild. Is he slugger or utility? He's a semi-slugger. Sire die says he is, so he's going to line it out to short. And that will end the inning. You're in the top of the 11th. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Braden Fisher is going to stay out there. He will be semi-fresh. But he'll be facing Teoscar Hernandez, who was at bat when Will Smith got picked off. So he's back at the plate. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. No. Sire die says no. Champion. He's not a champion. So we have outfield drama for the Blue Jays. And in their outfield, you have Straw, who is gold. Snyder is not. Let's see here. Lucas is semi-iron. Actually, we got Snyder out there because he pinch hit for Straw. That's right. So we got the only one that's gold, is semi-gold, is going to be Varsho. So we'll see if he's gold. He is. So Varsho in center is gold. Everybody else, the other 2 corner outfielders are neutral. On outfield drama with a 46. 46. Left fielder iron. No. Lucas is semi-iron, but we didn't get the decide. Oh, we did get the desired die, didn't we? I forgot he was semi-iron. No, Lucas is in right field. My bad. No, he's in left field. He certainly is. My bad. He is in left field. So it is going to be an iron check on him. So it will be a single. Will be a single for Teoscar. Forgot Lucas is in left field. It's actually Schneider in right field. So it's going to be a base hit that gets through to lead off the inning. And now we're going to go to Tommy Edman. Normally we go to the chemistry chart, but in this situation, they're playing for the bunt. So they're going to bunt, and the bunt simply roll the 1d6, get a 4, and it's a good bunt. And the bunt goes to, right back to the pitcher, Fisher. So sacrifice hit 1-4 for 1 away. But it does move Teoscar Hernandez into scoring position. And Alex Call, who pinch hit for Kike last time and hit the pinch hit double, stayed in the game, play left field. He is batting again. Alex called against Fisher. 255. Ask, is the pitcher a star? He's a semi-ace, but he's not a star. Is batter a home run king? No, he's not. It's going to be a fly to left, and Call is out of there. 2 down. And that brings up Andy Pages. Chance to walk it off again for Andy Pages. 226. Is he hit by the pitch? Yes, the dot says he is. So he gets plunked, and now here comes Shohei. He's had a rough game the whole game. He struck out 4 times, but he's still up in a chance to walk it off. Shohei Ohtani against Fisher. Do they bring in a lefty to face Ohtani? I think they might do that. Just to try to pull out something here. If they have a lefty left. Brendan Little will come on. He will be an ace in this at bat, and that could be critical to get an ace quality. So Brandon Little, and he's fresh as well. So fully fresh, and he gets to be an ace quality. So Brendan Little will come on with 2 outs. So Fisher goes an inning and 2/3, and he's going to give up 1 hit and a walk, and he hit a batter. No strikeouts, but he is responsible for the winning run on base. But Ohtani will face Little, and remember, Little has the ace quality because he's coming in the middle of an inning. Lefty on lefty matchup against Ohtani. 1, 2, 3, flash and fresh. He's fresh for sure. Double flash, doesn't matter about double flash because that's the final out of the inning. So Ohtani strikes out for the 5th time. Who'd have thunk that? That's what the dice will do to you. You never know how the dice are going to react. So we go to the 12th. And Henriquez will stay in there for the Dodgers. He'll go for a 2nd inning. He's now semi-fresh. And he'll be facing Snyder, Clement, and Kiner-Falefa for the top of the 12th. And no, this game is not going 18 innings. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not going to allow it. 1, 2, 3, flash and fresh. He is. It's a strikeout. The dot says he's fresh, so it's a strikeout. And here's Ernie Clement. 2, 3, 5. Not wild. Is he eager? He is eager. He's going to single through center field since he's eager. Or single through the shortstop, rather. Gets it right past Mookie Betts. So since he was eager, he got the base hit. It's not Springer. It's supposed to be Kiner-Falefa. I don't know how he got out of a turn here. It's Kiner-Falefa and then Springer. So with 1 out, here's Kiner-Falefa. 1-4-5. Pitcher's not a struggle. It's a ground ball to third, and Lee Dial 1's a double play. Go figure. Kiner-Falefa hits into the round the horn 5-4-3 double play. That'll be it for Henriquez. He goes 2 innings. And Henriquez, in his 2 innings of work, gives up 2 hits, no runs. Doesn't walk anybody, strikes out 2. And now Little back out for his 2nd inning of work. And he'll be facing Betts, Freeman, and Smith, heart of the order for the Dodgers. Here in the bottom of the 12th. 3-5-6 is a left-right split, and Mookie Betts gets himself a base hit. I know he's utility, and so the book says utility, you don't get the hit, but I don't like that. I consider if it's a left-right split, period, he gets the hit. I don't care about utility. He gets the hit. Mookie Betts is a good hitter. He gets the hit on the left-right split. So here's Freddie Freeman, lefty on lefty. 3-4-6 this time. Is he eager? He is not eager, so he's going to walk, and that's going to put runners at first and second with nobody out for Will Smith. And now that's going to be it for Little. They're going to bring in Louis Varland. Try to mix things up a bit, and we're going to, because that would take us to chemistry, but now we're going to go straight to Louis Varland, where he will be an ace coming in mid-inning. So Louis Varland will be coming in. Good old number 77. Very interesting number he chose. Louis Varland, number 77. He'll be coming in to face Will Smith. First and second, nobody out. Do they bunt with Will Smith and leave it up to Teoscar Hernandez and Edman? I think you kind of have to. Bunt's a 2, so it's a good bunt, and the bunt's going to go back to the pitcher. So it's going to be second and third now, as Will Smith is out of there on the sacrifice. They will walk Muncy intentionally because his run doesn't mean anything. But now the bases are loaded for Teoscar Hernandez. Infield for the Blue Jays is back for the double. Actually, no, they're in. I'm sorry. They're going to be in. They can't take a chance. They are in. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 12th. Varland, 1-2-5. Is he a struggler? No, he's not. Is the batter patient? Hernandez is semi-eager. So he's going to ground it to third unless he's a whiffer. He is a whiffer, so he will strike out. Out number 2. 2 outs, and now it's going to fall on the hands of Tommy Edman. It's Edman or bust. 2 outs, bases loaded. 1-1-3. Acer Dynamic, no. Slugger, no. Single to center unless he's a home run king. He's a semi-home run king. The Decider die says he's not a home run king. So it's a single to center for Tommy Edman, and they walk it off. The Dodgers win it in 12 innings by the score of 5-4 as Tommy Edman gets the base hit. We'll look at it again in the book. 1-1-3. Acer Dynamic. Varland was not that. Slugger. Edman's a semi-home run king, but not a slugger. So it says single to center with the 2 dots. The 2 dots say if you're a home run king or a sad sack, you strike out. He's a semi-home run king, but the dot wasn't there. So there is no strikeout, and the Dodgers walk it off. Final score 5-4 in 12 innings. I told you it wasn't going to go 15 innings or 18 innings. So now we need to get the totals here. Enriquez is going to get the win, and Varland will take the loss. So I ran out of room on my board here for Varland, but Varland's going to give up the 1 hit there. So totals 11 hits, it looks like, for the Dodgers. So we have 5 runs, 11 hits. I don't think anybody made an error. Don't believe they did. I don't see any errors. And for the Blue Jays, 4 runs, and they total 9 hits. So walk-off single from Tommy Edman in the bottom of the 12th wins it for the Dodgers. They take a 2-1 lead, just like they did in Real World, but not the same fashion, obviously, because in Real World, Freddie Freeman homered to walk it off. But in this case, they get the walk-off single from Tommy Edman, take a 2-1 lead. Game 4 will be played tomorrow afternoon around this same time. Scheduled starters, as far as I can tell, were Shane Bieber for the Blue Jays and Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers. I'm thinking that's what it was. But obviously, going into the next game, Shohei Ohtani will be the cold batter of the game, unlike in Real World, because I'm using these games, not the Real World games, for hot and cold. So Shohei Ohtani will definitely be cold. Struck out 5 times. Actually never put the ball in play. His other bat, he walked. So weird game how that happens sometime. But that's just the way the dice did it. So there it is, Dodger Stadium. Dodgers win it by the score of 5-4. So hope you enjoyed that presentation of History Maker Baseball. It's a fun game. Dice can be a little weird sometimes, but hey, that's what happens. Next stream on the channel will be tomorrow morning, where we pick up the 1987 American League replay once again with the next game on the schedule, which is the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox. It'll be Floyd Bannister for the White Sox and Bob Stanley for the Red Sox. That's from Comiskey Park at 9 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Time. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road. And yes, Canadian, I am enjoying this. It's very, very much fun.